en Bradley.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second round in the European Ladder of Post Scriptum. It's the second match between Entente and Joint Task Force. We are waiting for the players to line up and to give the go-ahead for tonight's match. Anytime soon we will start the broadcast. I am Nickelman, your host for tonight, and let's hope we can put on a good show. Thank you for tuning in. We see today that Joint Task Force is the German team, getting ready, getting the vehicles ready for this second match in the second round. They will be taking on Entente for the second time. Entente, the Allied team, getting ready over there. And over here, of course, here's their main. Here they are setting up defenses at Vogelenzang, the first gap for tonight. We have a heavy tank, a Panzer IV, Panther, isn't it? We have the half-track ready to go. The Logi truck is going to build up the bridge, probably, to go set up the mortars on the other side of the river. We have the BMW and the second half-track, and several MSPs ready to go.
Milk for the cornflakes.
Jawohl.
And already we can see a formidable wall of defense put on by the Entente. Let's see how long that BMW can stay in action before we move over to the cap. We see the Entente spread out like circular form. And already people in the bushes. Open. Stat quo. Opening fire. Getting wrecked by the BMW. I'm sorry, Stat. But Entente takes revenge immediately. We have Ludovic Crevier down, and we have the radio man down. Danny down. By this young gentleman, Galbatros. First front line is east of Cap. G42 is suppressing Buttersworth here. And it is the half track. It's trying to suppress the defense.
Je passe, pardon. Désolé.
Some comic relief here.
Ah mais putain, Kennedy, vous êtes sérieux?
Désolé, désolé.
That's strange.
Recharge.
Team killing before and during the match. We have a very cautious approach by the Joint Task Force. Not really pushing out, building up a force in the south. However, we see the east moving very slowly. Ever so careful. Meanwhile, of course, Entente can put up the defenses. First time we hear some allied armor coming onto the battlefield, so they took a good 5 minutes to reach here. The Churchill is coming in defense with Matty Blight. And who else is that? The names are covering each other. There we have them all, and Stash. They're being called in to go and check out the south. While we're gonna have a look to the Eastern Front in Holland. Wellesley and Randy are trying to hold on. Walker just down, trying to hold on to this compound, which is imperative to keep control of this map. Of this first cap at least. Here you see the AT gun used on the infantry in the north. Let's see what damage is done. There we go. We do have victims here. So that cannon is locking down the north a bit, so people are trying to flank around a bit over the rigging. There we go. Beautiful action. Good shot by Crevier. Well done. Judas is pushing now. So we see this northern front really step by step. Yes, Cox bit the dust. And all of a sudden we have a little push through in the north. Albeit only 2 soldiers. 3 soldiers, they have a medic. And only, of course, not only, of course there is a Scharfschütze, a marksman, overlooking the situation. Let's step in his shoes for a second. Liquid spawn back in. He's using the binos. No, he's using his good old trusty eyes. Who needs a eyepiece where you got your trusty eyes? Some shots are fired back. Let's see whether this is... Oh, it's binos against marksman. Marksman 1, binos 0. Nice shot by Duncan. There's the BMW again. So in the north we are busy here, man to man, while the east now has a breakthrough. As I said, this compound is so important here, ladies and gentlemen. You clearly see man-to-man fight, how the German forces are pushing from the east. Defense forces are trying to stop this. That was a good reaction by Jin. Here, more close combat fight. That was the MG. Very hard to withstand an MG, of course. It's a good attacking rally in the barn, and more troops coming from the east. So we see that JTF crowd is pushing in the east still, roaring the troops away from Vogelenzang. The north is still standing. Mortars are being shot. However, the south has been cleaned up by the Entente. Entente, also the Churchill still going strong in the south. Rescuing Honingsveld. We only have one radio man on Honingsveld. More troops are coming in from the southeast. And let's stick to this gunfight here. Mortar is dropping because no doubt the attacking team feels strong enough to push. No. People are running away from each other. Sherman and Kennedy Wildcat just totally missed each other. Rally there. So the defense force is trying to take their compound back. We have the Bren popping away. We have Wildcat approaching, taking out Wellesley. The Bren is taken out as well, and Wildcat is taken out. What an atrocity, ladies and gentlemen. Ticket-wise, we have the attacking team 641 against 628 in defense. So the caution of the Joint Task Force seems to pay off for now. Reaper is bandaging himself while DVD got taken out by the half-track. I think vinyl is a better technology than DVD anyway. BTK, I don't know. There's Wellesley again. He was just revived. Bites the dust once more. Strong action by the half-track. However, now he's in trouble. Lost his gunner. Again, we see mortars on the cap. But we see this massive battle for this compound here, where Randy Jim found the enemy's spawning tent and takes out the attacking force like that with one hand grenade. The East has succumbed to one standing John Grim Reaper being shot in the back by Randy Jim. Meanwhile, Joint Task Force is now trying to overcome this open field here. This open field is, of course, a big obstacle, and you have to know that the spawning zone is only around here, which means you either come through the east or you flank, and here you see a very good defense being prepared for that southern flank. The northern defense is thinning out. However, we don't have a big force here. That MSP was destroyed. And that marksman, Calbatros, still at it in the north. Good job. The MG42 of Kuro. Trying to suppress more than to kill at these distances. But it pays off, you know, aiming to the little bushes and take a bushwookie out. Nobody in the compound anymore. We have Baker of Joint Task Force, but I'm afraid he is deceased. Yes. People trying to make their ways in. I'm telling you, vinyl is better, DVD. Is this battle at the status quo? You tell me. Very thin spread here in the northeast. We have a southern east Joint Task Force that is conservative. Let's join this soldier for a second. He hears the 42, I'm sure. Status quo does. They miss their nade. I'm afraid that MG42, no, is not down. Status quo is bandaging. Wellesley is coming to the rescue. However, the MG42 is on the other side of the road now. Throwing a second nade. And biting the dust. Close action, ladies and gentlemen. Are these two, Wellesley and Status Quo, are they able to even penetrate deeper into the attack? Grim Reaper taking his first shot. Missed. Deadly when you hold the Gewehr 98, of course. Never miss your first shot. Baker's coming to the rescue. No, we have Judas coming to the rescue with his automatic. Is it the Sturmgewehr?
Smoke. J'en ai.
Or was it the MP40?
Attention, ça tombe plein dedans.
So we see these small skirmishes. Left and right. I'm trying to put as many of you guys action in the image. Sadly enough, this is not always possible. Now we have the Northwestern skirmish with Squad 5 of the Joint Task Force trying to make his way around a big flank, while Stat Quo, Stash and the lads here. Stash was in the tank before. Yeah, there he is. He's still a tanker. Only I don't see his transport vehicle. No. Thought for a second the Allied tank was here, but no. Here we have another spawn of the Joint Task Force trying to make that northeastern approach work, but as you can see, not only they get shot, but they get tanked, literally. Here's that Churchill still, and we saw the commander far away from his tank. Interesting strategy. Brings an extra automatic to the table, I guess. Very strong defense by Entente. We have 22 minutes to go on Vogelenzang. Let's have a look in the south. And let Section 3 of Joint Task Force get back into position. Sometimes you have to throw troops at the cannons. Sometimes you just need that 1 or 2 section running to their demise in order for the enemy to get confused of where the action is coming from. We just saw an explosion there. That must have been a German truck, Logi truck, maybe. So very aggressive defense. Look how far away from the cap, and we have Entente here trying to disturb any. No, this was their transport. I think MSP truck, yes. No transport truck, isn't it? I can never tell after they explode. Sometimes the model changes, like with tanks. It's a feature. So a very good defense here by Roger and Dr. Punk. Anarchy in the UK. Mr. Chilenito of the Joint Task Force's lone attacker. It's our anti-tank person that just destroyed the transport here. Now under attack by a whole section. Led by Jolly Roger. Half a section, I must say. Can he take out more allied? Yes, he just... Dr. Punk is dead. Punk's not dead. Come on. Oh, Punk is dead. Chilenito with the Gewehr. Only 5 bullets. Missed a couple of shots. Pushed by Jolly Roger. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another close-up fire. Just one extra shot just to make sure, Mr. Chilenito. Very well done. The defending armor is so sure of itself that they are veering out to the south. They probably southwest. Probably got a call here. Oh, what is that? Transport. What do we have here? Renegade. Hearing aid. Here we have a half track. Those are loud things. Those are the loudest transport in the game, you lads. You might want to turn your engine down when you're in a tank. So these brave lads made it to the far west. We see very little defense here. Radio Man probably saw them. Is now pilot. IL-2 pilot. Fantastic game, by the way. Is now running away from where the German forces are coming from. No, he must have not seen them coming. This is very interesting. We see the west developing. The north is a huge fight going on there. With the Churchill as a cover-up. There is no real tank battles, it seems. The tanks are really going after the infantry. We have Eagle Shot taking out Shovka. We have more smoke victims. A lot of Joint Task Force. The Entente killed the half a section here in the north. But we still have some lads in the bushes alive. Not after those grenades. Jackson's looking to the east. Sherman here. Can he revive his friend? Or does Jackson... He has a revolver. So that will be end of Jackson. No. Randy Jim, can you take out Jackson? No. Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening here? These fantastic fights we have. Here we have another grenade. Oh, the grenade almost takes out Jackson. Second grenade. No, to the left. Dritic. Back to basketball school. Oh, he's a grenadier. Yes. Kobe. That was a very good defense by the Entente. We have some quality gaming tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see in the east, how is it going? Look at the aggressive defense by Entente. Veering out way past their defense lines. Making it difficult. Taking out a whole section here. We have Sagittarius. But he was taken out. Let's go and have a look in the west. With that push we saw earlier developing, we can maybe now see the final results of that push. We see the smoke coming a bit too late probably for that push, but that push has been stalled. I see burning vehicles, I see a lot of death, and I see that the Churchill probably took out all these vehicles. There was a half-track, there was a Kubelwagen. Yes, clearly the Churchill is in dire straits. Some on-field repair has been done, but I'm afraid that engine is out. Not sure whether they can get it going. Oh yeah, the magic wrench. I forgot, lads. Anyone alive here? Yes. Still attacking force. Wildcat is now getting suppressed by the Churchill. X-ray vision, that Churchill. And he's not being bothered by any infantry here. However, Frank Carter, Canard, the duck. Status quo here, just noticed there is some infantry. Oh, he took care of it already. Or was that a good shot by Liquid? And Shofka is there as well. So, that western approach has been stopped once again. Churchill is, I believe, looking for a repair station here. Yes. And we have the little Sherman also going for the repair station. Took out the enemy's Kubelwagen. Probably the platoon lead. Ticket-wise we have a status quo. However, we only have 13 minutes to go in this exciting match. And we have a new offensive by the Germans, trying to get a hold of that eastern compound. And let's go in for some action. Look at your names. I'm gonna mask the names, get some action going. That Bren is down. A great push here in the west once again. It seems that they're putting all their eggs in one basket. 5, 8, 1, completely out of position. Tanks out of position. Allied tanks. I don't see any Allied tanks. German tanks. I'm starting. The Germans are trying not to waste tanks during this first approach. Is that a smart move? It will all depend on the mortars, artillery and anti-tank. Mortars taking out the northern forest here. Also on the cap we have that very smart cap here again. Very smart rally. Smoke is dropping on the cap because we have this force waiting to push in. Even cassette player was better than DVD. Sagittarius is holding on to the fort, but taking now bullets. Can he hold on? No. Very nice shot by W33D. We still have that German armor. The Panther overlooking the cap. The Allied Logi people just got wrecked, but they did bring something to the table for squad leads to build on, or for a medic to revive them. Now, can a medic make it to the Logi people? Here we have Jam going at it with a syringe. There we go. Also important tasks to pick up your fellow man. He is very pleased, the Allied Logi, that his truck wasn't destroyed. Else those supplies would have been lost. Oh, we see an ambush on the tank. And that German armor did a good job, but the troops were too slow to the second wave, you know. I mean, the first wave is now fallen here, but this gap emerged, so the speed was of the essence, and now 2 and 5 seem to be a little bit too late to the party. Don't see any German troops in the south, so I don't think the German troops are capping. We have 9 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. In the north, we still have Kalbatros. Look out for this guy's score and KD ratio, because I have not seen him down the whole match. Kalbatros, a player to look out for. Maybe an MVP worth a little interview. A massive deploy here again, so the SLs fell back and got their spawns sorted. We have a total artillery and mortar falling on the cap. Massive push in the east. Second egg. The second time they put all the eggs in the same basket. Maybe now it works out. There's a Churchill. That Churchill needs to be... Yeah, that Churchill is holding everything up, of course. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah. That's a massive slaughter, ladies and gentlemen. That is a massive slaughter. Lieutenant Kiffy there on the left. Is that a pioneer? Yep. So we have one. No, he gets run over. And that was the end of the pioneer. He did manage to put his mine down. Very good of Kiffy. Here we have another damaged Churchill, but the magic range is coming out. And again, the Churchill can just keep beating that eastern approach. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Aggressive defense with the Churchill, surrounded by infantry troops. We already saw mortar coming down, we saw artillery coming down, we saw the Pioneer trying to take the Churchill out. What can I say? The Bren here. Overviewing the whole battlefield, making good kills. Max is. Entropy is having a field day as well. Doesn't see the radio man running to the left there. This cheeky radio man. Danny Walker. With 4 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Can we have a complete surprise? And see this match go further to the second cap. Ticket wise, we have a stability 414, 413. However, that Churchill, no, the little Sherman came to help. And the armored car, German armored car bit the dust against the little Sherman. Yes, the cap is happening. More troops are coming from the east. Troops coming from the west, so it's a standoff on the cap, ladies and gentlemen. Let's enjoy some more close-up fighting. We see the Sherman being destroyed here. That will definitely hurt the Entente defending this cap. It's all hands on deck. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, 18 minutes to go. Well done, Joint Task Force. What a fantastic battle you guys pulled off here. Entente, what a formidable defense. What a fantastic Churchill action I saw. However, little too late. Very well done. The first cap is in. Now, are we going to see an aggressive push to the south? We already have a lot of skirmishes going down there. I'm gonna stay here a little bit. See how that pans out here. A lot of dead soldiers. Are they being picked up by medics? We still have Entente running about in the old cap here, preventing such actions and making even more kills with the carbine. Throwing his nade, killing both. And just one for good measure, a phosphor. So this might hurt the Joint Task Force's speed. They are still killed on this cap by the Entente, sweeping up everything in their range. Is anyone alive here? Everyone's waiting for revives. We still have a lot of spawn tents here not being changed to another location, so they might still think it's worth it to spawn up north. And here, now it's time to go and look in the south. We saw an MSP earlier here, so that's also destroyed. Yes, both teams lost 40 points simultaneously. So numbers are still very equal. Do we see any movement of the German armor now? Because remember, we only saw one heavy tank. We saw a medium tank and we saw an armored car. That's only 3. Let's look whether they have more. Yes. Here we have 2 tanks coming from the east, so they're gonna use the cover of the railroad to come into position. The mortar is also moved a little bit south, but it is the Allied mortar. Here we have 2 Entente Allied ATs moving in on the German main. Always dangerous. And also, they're gonna go for the mortar. This is a little action. Normally I would miss this, but I hope to catch this. The unsung heroes of the backyard fight, I call them. Very important tasks. Very often forgotten. And blah blah. Vaping is also on YouTube. So that makes the 2 of us. Blah blah. He clearly has a message. Is he going to use his Fiat and trying to take an incredible shot, or is he going to use his Enfield and make an even more incredible shot, or he doesn't see them? Yes, he does. Now he hears them. He hears them. Shall I swim? No, you can't swim, buddy. What is he doing? It's interesting. But he's called away? He's going for the German main. For everything that comes out of there. King already discovered the German repair station. And ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget the main fight. We don't see the full force of the Entente here. What's going on? Tickets are dropping rapidly, 350 each. Thereabout. Tickets are going incredibly equal. I've seen a lot of matches. I've played a lot of matches. And to have such an equal amount of ticket loss is incredible, to say the least. Their king is moving in for the kill on Babushka. He's on the 88, I believe. Yeah. Babushka is on the 88, but how much longer will he be on the 88? Cue dramatic music. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Sneaky, sneaky Mr. King. His minute of fame. And here at the European Ladder we try to get as many nice shots as possible. It's not always an easy task. We do our best. And let's look for the next battle here going on in and around the cap. We clearly see a huge push here on the cap by the Germans from the north, the west, and actually they pushed Entente completely out of the cap. So I wouldn't be surprised if this cap is about to fall. We do have pockets of Entente in the west. We have a Sagittarius, the lonely medic. No, he dropped. There is the rally. Jesse Jackson didn't hear the rally. Ooh, that might be costly. That might be costly. Because all these lads will be revived. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's costly. So Entente has another card in the deck. And they might take Jackson out as we speak. Taking out Sleepy, yeah? Jackson is taking out Sleepy. For sleeping on the job. And VTK taken out by two at the same time. Judas and Jackson. The biblical duo. As we expected, people. Although the defending commander is a Chad. Kisa. Where are you, Kisa? I'm sorry, I thought that was the red eye, but I wasn't. Here's Kisa, taken out, of course. I'm way too slow, I'm so sorry, people. Stuka. But I think Honingsveld is gonna fall in the hands of the German forces. The Allied forces are trying to return from the west, the southwest. Little too late. We still have Medic Allen going at it, but he just fell. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Honingsveld is about to fall in the hands of the Joint Task Force, the German attacking army. Or will it? Yes, there we have it. 2 capture points down. We have 22 minutes to go. Beautiful strafing run coming down in the middle of the cap. Let's concentrate here. That was exciting. We see here Entente immediately on Barskamp. Barskamp is an extremely difficult capture point. We see a beautiful line from the Joint Task Force moving together in one pocket of Entente. They're gonna slow down Squad 6 and 5. And that might, of course, slow down the approach, because then the whole force might turn on 3 and on command and on the tank. Let's see how this pans out, shall we? ticket-wise, we still have a very even amount of tickets. That Churchill, is that still going or is this another Churchill? If this is still the same Churchill, shout out to Mr. Marty, Alpha Daddy and Blythe. Here we see a Greyhound armored car. Did he just shoot his own tank? Ah, he's shooting at infantry next to it. I believe he hit his own tank with that first shot. I'm not sure. German armor shooting from out of nowhere? Or was that a German AT? Yes, Monsieur Gravier. No, he's down. Where is that German AT? Here he is. Well done, Mr. Baker. One smoking Churchill. Well done for your team. And it's this commentator's curse. I was just putting feathers in the ass of the Churchill boys, and they get decimated by Mr. Baker. The other German armor is here. Heavy armor. So the Germans, the Joint Task Force, played it safe and only comes at the third point with another heavy armor. But we have Mr. YouTube here chasing. I want to cue the you know what music, but YouTube wouldn't allow me. You know? That's how far I can go, probably. Before Susan's troops come after me. Mama Susan. So, we're gonna let Mr. Blah Blah Vaping chase his tank and report on that soon. He might be called out. No. We have 36 seconds on cap to go. 18 minutes in the match. That was a bit too late, I think. How is it going here? Don't tell me he's gonna succeed doing this. And the attacking forces saw through the little plan of Mr. YouTube. Blah blah vaping. Worth a try though, but I'm not a big fan of the lone wolf tactics. You know. Everything's better when you do it with the two of you. Else I call it masturbation. And we have an exploding Kubelwagen. And a lot of dead German forces. Mr. James. No. Maybe. No, Mr. James is a medic, so can be him. Maybe that's the dead AT next to him. Let's look for some action on the cap. Where we see the southern approach with the tank. So they have cover in the southeast. Heavy armor covering the German attacks. However, the Entente is dug in the house. A lot of people. So many that I can't even make out the separate names, but you guys know who you are. And more Entente here in the back. Defense, preventing any southern movements, any western movements by the German team. Let's see how that push with the tank pans out. Mr. King is at it again. We know he's an AT. That's a medium tank, I think. No. No, Mr. King actually missed. And here's Mr. Edison Graph. I mean DVD. The USSR took care of Monsieur Mashangofio. I wouldn't mess with the Red Army. And he also took care of Spain. No. So another good defense here by the Entente, by EVC 7AD and all the associates. This is so beautiful of this Post Scriptum community that people will jump in to form teams and to come to the European Ladder competition just to see, you know, where are we, what are our strengths, and having a good time. I really hope so. I really hope all contestants are doing it for fun. And then, of course, you know, a nice competitive side on it. It just gives that little extra for those who compete. And as you all know, it's just for honors. It's just for honors. A new MSP is being delivered. However, sadly enough, the Entente is already on it. Another white flanking lone wolf. They are now constantly flanking to the north because they know there is a FOB. Remember, Mr. Blah Blah Vaping was operating here earlier. Meanwhile, the southern approach seems to stall, and the eastern as well. I think both teams are starting to play a little bit conservative. We have 13 minutes to go on the cap, and we have only 40 tickets, 44 tickets difference. So we might get, as you can see, we already have that. We have vehicle farming. That's a valid tactic to bring tickets down. All of a sudden, yes, another vehicle went down because we have 223 against 176. And also man-to-man fighting, of course. So still a 52 lead of the attackers. When will they start saying to conserve tickets, you know? At what point? So we have again the German armor pushing aggressively on the cap. Man-to-man fighting in the south. Look at the Entente trying to hold off this German task force, joint task force. That are now streaming in. The Brand doesn't know where to shoot. It's just so overwhelming. That was brilliant action by Wheat and Kiffy. And are they now capping, ladies and gentlemen? I think we will soon see this becoming gray if they get some mates up. Oh, we have another close combat fight here. There's DVD taking out Kifi. We still have a radio man, a German radio man on top here.
Yo cubre la otra. Copy.
And DVD didn't turn around. Yes, the radio man in your back. There we go. DVD is cleaning out this German attack. Little too late? No, not at all. However, the South is now pushing in. And we might see Barskamp falling, ladies and gentlemen. It has costed them some tickets, but not too many. And actually, the defending team is now really losing tickets, 60 down. However, DVD, Allen, and the Red Army are holding ground. The MG42 is not looking up. MG42 is not looking up and is gonna get decimated by the Red Army. No. That Sten gun on top of the roof, boys. Nobody hears him. The MG42 is going in the house. He thinks the Sten is in the house. However, the Sten is on top. Oh, he's gonna get killed here. By the pilot, Mr. Byrne. Took one for the team. Monsieur Birn. Red Army is still being a mad lad on top of the roof. Hence protecting the cap. Popper. Although we have a lot of German troops in this house.
Start getting people up, guys. We need more bodies.
Oh, what's happening here?
Second story in this building
Second.
And we have Eric and Sleepy taking out this whole section here. Very good defense we just saw here. The Germans outside all clumped up together, trying to take that house. Meanwhile, the Red Army is still at it. Probably got some Panzer Chocolat. No, the Red Army is down. Kisa is still at it. That is the defending. Oh, the atrocity of war. Here is the German armor. Is it little too late, ladies and gentlemen? We have 7 minutes to go and Barskamp is falling into the German hands. What a fight we have been witnessing the whole evening here. Pilot is still up, still going at it. Taking out Dev 3. Sergeant Pizarro hurt a Sten. Kifi takes him out. Now German forces are taking the cap. Probably for sure. Yes. The defending command did what he could do, but the push was too strong. Very well played by the attacking team. I'm gonna open a beer because this is getting really exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers. So the attacking army here, we still have next to me Monsieur Kifi, Mr. Kifi, going at it as a real champ, as a troop leader. Look at him going with the Sten. The cover of open field, there's nothing like it. That was an execution.
Clear. Clear.
I like N May.
Get on the road, actually. A little more cover. Contact rate, so one.
What are you doing, boys? Guys want a room?
Yeah, that was an enemy truck. That's our tank. It's headed southeast, going south.
So while the attacking German forces are regrouping and trying to make it up north, they seem to use the east. Here, Mr. Blah Blah is still at it. Still wreaking havoc with that German armor. We see Entente trying to put up a good defense. However, look at the tickets, ladies and gentlemen. They lost a lot of tickets. And are now down to 65 counter 138, of course. Teams don't have any idea of their ticket use. Of their ticket loss, I should say. So they only know their own ticket loss, I want to say, and not the ticket loss of the opposition. It used to be that you saw both teams' scores during the match. But this is, of course, much more exciting that you don't know. It makes it so much more a challenge. So much more of a challenge. We have 18 minutes for this cap, which is the last one. No, which is the penultimate cap. Factory is to go. We have 18 minutes on the clock. One minute 30 to Oyovar's nest. Coming active. And we have 129 tickets for the attackers. And 63 tickets for the defending team. The eastern push of the Germans is being countered here. The tank is under danger. A lot of danger. Blah blah being bit to dust. But we still have Kalbatros here. The sniper. Marksman. Gun AT. Surely not. What's going on here? That was comedy relief. Kalbatros was on the tank, I think. Sorry, I missed that one. There is Mr. Sherman. He's gonna be telling all the intel. And maybe take out all these Germans here. No! Mr. Sherman died here from the RT in the forest. Very efficient, very deadly. And as soon as I say efficient, we see a team kill. So that was an RT in this whole forest here. And he got a couple of people. So the east is regrouping here. With Mr. Walker still at it. Wellesley coming to the rescue. MG42 is not looking.
Venía una reacción por aquí.
And gets executed. German. There's still some grass crawling going on. Look at this. Look at this. And they all died together.
Pañita, pañita, hay gente por aquí, ten cuidado, no te pares.
It's an atrocity exhibition, ladies and gentlemen. War. All is fair in love and war. That's why I beat my wife to death in the bedroom. Just kidding. Are we seeing the end of the match here? I do believe we see the end of the heavy push of the attacking force. We see a radio man, we see an AT in the north, kind of lingering. He's coming for me. Is my comment so bad? Here we go. Direct hit by the Stuka. Do we still have small arms fights here that we can focus on? Mr. Sleepy woke up on the Bren. Yeah. Definitely took his vitamins here. Still have a push here.
Did you get him?
DVD throwing all his old recordings in the house, making some kills, but then getting wrecked himself. Have the carbine fight. Oh, just beautiful shot by Mr. Pizarro, and then Mr. Pizarro get decimated here. By status quo, I believe. Where are you? Hey, come back. We see a whole troop coming from the north now. Let's take a little look at that. An MSP is being brought to the north here. We have 12 minutes to go. Ticket-wise, 13 for Entente, 85 for Joint Task Force. What do you think? Do you think Joint Task Force will push and might make a mistake, lose too many transports? Or do you guys think Entente will fall and lose all the tickets? Let's see how this plays out. Now every battle is so important. Oh no! Entente is making team kills, which is really not good. In this stage of the fight, gonna follow Monsieur Checky. Going for his friend here in the bushes. With his syringe. Status quo, did he see it? Status quo just reviving his spell here, Shovka. Buddha. When you have Buddha in the Russian army on your side, how can you lose? 8 tickets to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, thank you.
Sagittarius is still alive. Oh! I don't dare to say your guys' names anymore. When I mention a name, that person explodes. Listen to the song of Buddha. Oh, Buddha. Buddha, I'm so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, this is close-up war. Headshot after headshot, I just can't follow the atrocity. We get a strafing run on top of that Bren gun. Just keep going at it. Trying to hold on. 2 tickets to go, ladies and gentlemen. Is this the end? What can Entente do? Surely 52 against 2. People are getting revived. No doubt. Am I going to see the last kill? 1 kill to go, ladies and gentlemen. Where is that last kill?
Sí, where?
Is this the last kill?
Up here.
Yes, that was the This was a... There you hear it.
Good job, man.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Good job, guys.
Merci.
JTF.
Bon.
Oh, fuck, man.
Easy.
Oh my god, GG, guys. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Drinks on
Oh,
me.
yeah.